Hello, Innocent. As coach of Team Nigeria, what are your realistic hopes for these games?
Well, our hopes that we, first of all, is to get the athletes to be at their fittest level, and I believe that in most areas we've done that. And that being said, being at their fittest level gives us the opportunity for them to advance into the rounds, and so as they advance into the rounds, hopefully make finals, then it's anybody's game at that point.
There seems to be a dearth of male sprinters in Nigeria. They used to be the apple of our eye one time. What do you think has contributed to this, and what do we need to do to get back to the days of Chidi Imo and yourself?
Well, we just have to first and foremost have an understanding of the sport. Track and field is such a sport that if you don't go to the grassroots, if you don't go to the nitty-gritty and pick them and walk with them, then they don't get to where you want them to be. So I'd say that to say that the most important thing in this regards to your comments, is that we need to go back to what made the Chidi Imos, the Sunday Utis, the Adenikans, the Falila Togunkoyas. We need to go back to those roots, and what we need to ask ourselves: what was it that made each individual athlete of those days what they became? And a big part of it is education. Knowledge is power. We need to make sure we get our athletes to go to school, not go through school. And I think that's very critical.
Wow. Of this current crop, who would you say are our brightest chances of getting a medal?
Well, I'm not going to pinpoint individuals, because then you put more pressure on them, so to speak. I would say that we have at least 2 or 3 of them that are ready to do well, or going to do well, God willing. And also too, we stand a chance in the relays as well.
Okay. Going back down memory lane, we're coming up to 28 years since you and your colleagues won, 4x400 meters bronze medals for Nigeria. Talk us through, the events of that day.
Well, I remember very vividly how we all came together. I mean, we were not even picked to win a medal, because we had two guys in the finals, but Australia also had one guy, and all the other teams were ready to run. But what made that team what it was we knew each of our challenges, and we were able to come together as one. We practiced, we prayed together, we stuck together, and the day of the race, when I saw Sunday take off I don't even know how to describe it. And Sunday Uti ran a heck of a first leg. When I saw that him coming in to pass the baton on, that was great. And then Moses took it and didn't even spare himself any moments. He just continued for when Sunday left it. Then Rotimi Peters. I mean, those 3 guys did what they ran a heck of a race. And when I got the baton, I was praying that I would sustain what they gave me, and thank God that I got passed by the British at the end, but again to end up with a medal. So it was one of those moments that when I look back on the rearview mirror, it still stands as the greatest to me, one of the greatest 4x4 team ever assembled, because we were just. And I know the dudes from 2000 Olympic Games will dispute that, because I was their coach in 2000. But I say that from the perspective of this, how we stuck together, prayed together, and with the handicaps the rest of the world thought we had, we were able to overcome. And I think that's what makes champions, overcoming handicaps.
You mentioned 2000. Now, unfortunately, one of that group has passed away. And we now have a situation where they've eventually been awarded the gold medals. 2 questions. What took them so long? And do you think America was being favored?
In regards to it's unfortunate we lost one of our greats, one of our great warriors in Sunday Bader. and it's unfortunate because I wish he was here to see or to receive his medal, because they rightfully deserve to have that medal. But unfortunately, only God knows. Only God does what He does, and I pray for him, for his family, and I pray that when that medal is handed over to them, they will know that he stands as one of the greatest polo medalists in the nation of Africa. To the question of if Americans were favored or what have you, I don't want to get into the political aspect of that, but I think at the end of the day, thank God the medal, they got the medal was given to the right people who deserved it, because of they had athletes that did not cheat in their races.
You say you don't want to get into politics. Let me give you another scenario. We often say politics and sports shouldn't mix, but somehow we find that they're interwoven. In 1976, arguably Nigeria had a very good crop of athletes who's the pinnacle of their career should have been going to compete in Canada. They were denied due to politics. What's your take on that?
Well, I pray that in the world of today we will all understand that sports and politics do not mix. Sports is what brings nations together. Sports is what gives nations opportunity to celebrate their best athletes, to celebrate their country's achievements. And sports is a platform that makes the world turn around. And I pray to the Almighty God that we will all understand to separate both. Like say for example, as a nation, our country Nigeria. I mean, I've seen people meet up with the Sunday Uti with Falela Togunkoyo, and the celebration, the way they celebrate their accomplishments blesses me, because it doesn't have to do with the tribe they come from or the school they went to. It's all about what they did for our nation, and that's how far sports is gone in celebration of the goodness of mankind in regards to talents. And I think if we as a world organization, if we as a people in this world will understand that sports, it's entertainment. Yes, there's prize to be won, there's all money to be won, but if we understand the fact to separate it from our politics, it will make a heck of a difference. I have some of my very good friends that ran on the USA, that were a part of the USA 1980 Olympic team that never went to Moscow because of, again, boycott. It's unfair to the athletes, because you put in so many years and then you go out, and I'm a part of that, because in 86, I never as a Commonwealth record holder in the 400 meters, I never went to the Commonwealth Games. And that's only because Nigeria in 86 did not go to the Commonwealth Games, and so I've experienced the politics in sports, and I pray that there has to be a line drawn, a medium where we all understand that sports is what it is, and politics is on the other side what it is.
You mentioned Commonwealth there. Brings me nicely. 44.17. That is still the Commonwealth record. Do you ever see that record being broken? That record has stood now for almost 30 years.
Yes, sir. I mean, records are said to be broken. But a lot of people have been teasing me. They said, well, when Bolt hops into the 400, he's going to break it. Hey, that's what it's all for. But I pray to God that He will give me the opportunity to coach an athlete that would break it. That's, I mean, I've been blessed to coach a few athletes that came close to my records, and there's one I'm coaching right now, and I'm prayerfully hoping that he will run very well this year at the Olympic Games. The key thing here is keeping in mind that records are said to be broken. For me, I look back at my career and I thank God for the opportunity, because if you ask me, I'll say to you, it was an opportunity to create a path for others to follow, and that's what champions are made of. You go out there, not just from your running, but from your character. Sports, what makes you a great athlete is discipline. Understanding is only a God-given talent. That one day will be over. So you give the best, and you give the best of what you have at the time. You give your all, so that when it's over, and that comes with character. If you go out there and you're very fast, but you don't respect your elders, you don't respect people that are before you or people that are behind you, then then it's meaningless. Because it's not just about sports. Because one day you're going to answer to somebody. One day the curtains will close, and you're going to walk away into the sunset. And when that time comes, there's going to be another career, either being supervised by somebody else. And if you don't learn respect and discipline as an athlete, you'll never go anywhere.